I'm Dr. Parveen Malek and today we are trying to understand the meaning of variables with the help of an example. So without wasting any more time, let's start. Different persons have different lifespan. Physical ability of different persons have been different. Marks of the student in the same subject taught by the same teacher have not been equal. Temperature at different time in a day and night have been different. All these examples show that the variation in a characteristics is found per unit that possess it. So we can say that as a person, object or situation changes, value or proportion of the properties associated with it also changes. The characteristic that may change per unit is called variable. Variables play an important role in most of the researches, especially in quantitative type of research, in which numeric or quantifiable data are gathered and analyzed. Researcher must have clarity about the variables while conducting such a research because type of variable guides to apply certain type of techniques for data analysis to test the hypothesis or to get the answers of research questions. Generally, variables are not considered in some of the qualitative type of research. Variable is concerned with a variation in presence of something in person, object, animal, place or situation or in any natural phenomena. It can be defined as a characteristic under study of which an identity or value changes or is possible to change per unit is called variable. A variable is a characteristic that varies in a context of its value or identity. Referring the definitions of the variable, we can say that any such characteristic possessed by any living or non-living unit or thing is called variable, whose value may change per unit or per group of unit. If we want to study the number of members in families of a town or city, the number of members will be variable characteristic because value of these number will change per family and family will be considered as a unit of study. In the same way, if we want to study mental health of students, mental health will be considered as a variable characteristic and students will be considered as unit of study. Unit of study is called subject in research study. The unit that possesses variable characteristic to be studied is called subject of the study. Family in our first example will be considered as a subject and in second example, student will be considered as a subject of study. Generally, in research studies, if variable are taken care of, interrelationship among the variable or impact of one or more variables on another variable is studied. Sometimes, interactive effect of some variables on some specific variable or variables is studied through research. If variable-based study is to be done through research activity, researcher must have the understanding of types of variable. So we will discuss the types of variable in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.